In this video, I'm going to answer the question, will an e-collar ruin my dog and ruin the relationship that I've built with my dog? Let's get into it. Bonjour, you beautiful pet parent. My name's Evan Doggett. It should be here in the logo. No, I didn't change my name to become a dog trainer, and I've been doing this for well over a decade. Now, I am an e-collar trainer. I'm a huge proponent of e-collars. However, I have gone and studied from some of the best purely positive trainers, the most extreme purely positive trainers. I've trained dogs without e-collars, so I know both worlds. And to answer your question, will it? Not if you do it right. And can it? Absolutely. However, the people that are going to ruin their dogs with e-collars aren't watching this video. The way you would ruin your dog is by turning it to a level, which is going to be different for every dog, that is so overwhelming for the dog, like a punishing level, and then you don't relent. Have you ever had somebody holler at you or tell you something and you're like, I got it, and then they don't stop and you're like, I got it, except imagine that pressure was coming from you didn't know where. You just felt the sensation, you didn't know how to turn it off, there was no rhyme or reason. You would be overwhelmed, and if that kept happening over and over and over again, psychologically you would be ruined. You would become paranoid. But again, you're not going to do that with your dog, which leads to the second thing. The second point being, do you have the right tool that's not going to do that inadvertently? Like the really cheap collars from that you'd buy on Amazon for $60, $70, $80, they can just go off. They've been known to just stimulate the dog for no reason. It just goes up because it's a cheap ass tool made in China. Not that all things made in China are bad, but like $70 collar versus a $300 e-collar Technologies or Dogtra. The other part of that, even if you have an expensive tool or you paid a lot of money for it, if there aren't enough levels and the sensation that your dog is feeling feels like a correction, it shouldn't just go to punishment. But for example, I've got a dog named Vega, wonderful dog, extremely sensitive. So if I'm using a brand, an expensive brand like Sport Dog that only has 16 levels, number 2 she can't feel, number 3 is a corrective level. And if I'm trying to use it like, hey, this is me, leads to food, leads to freedom, just like you'd pull on a leash to get your dog's attention, but I'm like yanking on the leash, that's how it feels for her, which seems crazy. It's just one level, but it's 100 divided into 16 levels, so it's a big jump for her. Can't use that tool on her. If I kept doing that over and over and over again, she's going to start to shut down and quote unquote ruin my dog. Now, if that's happened already, you can build back, you can undo this and still use an e-collar, which leads me to the third point. Do you have a plan? Without a plan, you're probably not going to ruin your dog, but what you're going to do is you're going to stop using the tool and go, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. The number of people that I talk to on a weekly basis that say, I started e-collar training, but I just bought a collar and then was like, started hitting the button and the dog got confused and I got confused and we put it away and it's been in the drawer for the past 3 years. So you need a plan. I've got a great e-collar 101 course. There's a link in the description and it sets you up from conditioning all the way to, yes, you can use this thing correctively and punish unwanted behaviors. Correct unwanted behaviors, punish unwanted behaviors. There's a difference. I explained it in the course. But having a plan will make you feel confident and allow you all these things that you've probably heard other trainers or your friends talk about, like, oh my God, I can have my dog off leash, or they walk better on leash, or dealing with the doorbell or the counter surfing, or just getting and keeping their attention, reinforcing behaviors they already know. Having a plan is crucial. If you have questions, you can send me an email or put them in the comments below. And as always, know that you're loved. Bye, meow.